Once upon a time, there were two sisters. Martha the elder and Sophia the younger. Martha lived in a beautiful brick manor and employed a handyman, a gardener.
I love the personification of misfortune and how our main character cannot get rid of him. And the jealousy of his sister is what finally rids her of misfortune for good after her own cleverness. I love the narration style. It was very fun. It definitely felt like you were sitting down and hearing a story told from your grandma. I also thought that the choice to have no actual dialogue within the film and just the narration was a good choice. I thought it worked really well to really get invested in this narration and really feel like it's someone sitting down and telling you a story.
What stood out for me was the awesome voice artist recounting the story with such relish, wit, and charm. I love the pace and emphasis the artist used when reading the story. The simple, colorful, expressive animation was a lot of fun to watch. I enjoyed the folk music and sound effects too. The film has a strong message about generosity or lack thereof, and it's linked to long-term good fortune.
This is a really fun story, and it's told in a really entertaining way. The pacing is really great. The story itself draws you in. It's like fable-like qualities. I think it's shot really well. I think the pacing's great. I think the story within itself is incredibly entertaining, and it comes together to be a really well-rounded, like I said, almost fable-like piece. It's really interesting to watch.
It had the style of two-dimensional paper doll cutout characters and layers for the background. It was very distinct, very nice. The detail and the facial expression was so well done in the storytelling, and especially with the comical little character of misfortune, the little goblin type figure who is carried throughout the story. I thought there was some really fine music accompanying the piece for the soundtrack. It was very professional. Overall, very original and a lot of fun to watch.
I thought that the art style was amazing and how they did the animation. I thought that it was really cool. It was very, very enjoyable. And it was interesting, like it kept your attention throughout the entire thing. The voiceover was perfect. There was just enough emotion to her voice, and I loved the texture in her voice. And the story was great. I mean, who doesn't love a story of somebody getting their comeuppance who deserves it? I thought that that was a really, really smart tale, and moments were actually very, very funny on this.
I really enjoyed the animation. I think the animation was done in a fantastic manner. Certainly it took quite a long time to get to this point because animation movies are never easy to make. But this one was very, very, very interesting and very funny. But also at the same time it was quite dramatic. These characters that they basically end up swapping lives. You know, it is a thing that we've seen already in bigger films. You know, but it's always nice to see a different approach. You know, to these pranks. And I think that here the filmmaker really managed to get something new out of a story that's been seen already. But here we see a different kind of set of emotions between the two main characters, and also a different ending, and that's what I really love the most.
They have this very cool and cute animation. I like the lesson they are portraying through this story, how these different circumstances that everyone else has had, a different path, different ways to get somewhere, and how you react to other people's success. I think eventually it comes back, and it was very beautifully portrayed here. I love the music as well.